Hey, welcome back. We're live. Wolfnet Radio 350.
Let's get going. Get deployed.
We are starting our 120-minute fourth round between Ian Koshi and Bob. Koshi today running Seafox Ill Clan again, as well as Bob Jade Falcon, Dark Ages. Let's look at the lineup as we transition in. Ian Koshi picking up 198 PV with a Dasher Papa, Shadowcat Echo, Nova Golf, Summoner Hotel, 2 5 squad, AP Gauze, Elemental 3 Battle Armors. Against Bob running Jade Falcon Dark Ages, 200 PV with Phantom Hotel, Phantom Echo, Hellion Bravo, Firemoth Hotel, 2 Sizan, correction, 1 Sizan Tank Standard, and 2 Corona Heavy Battle Armor Standard Squad 5s, and a Surrad Grey Death Salhama Suite Squad 5.
Everybody deployed. Thumbs up. Sure they are. You may start.
There we go, resetting the clock. False start. Now they're ready. Train's already set. We'll check and see if we got any sandings. I haven't been receiving any, so I'll have to look them up myself. Looks like they skipped round 2. End results after squad or round 3 shows starting on off in first position. Cyclone, 3 objectives, or excuse me, 11 objectives, 596 MOV. Second place, Ian with 503 MOV. Bob with 10 objectives, 530. Chris with 9 objectives, 442. Tom with 9 objectives, 422. Mario, 8 with 492. Gideon, 7th place with 8 objectives, 463. Fred, 7 with 548. Seneca, 7 with 423. Sean bringing in 10th place with 7 objectives, 331. Matt S. with 8 objectives, 476. 12th place, Scott, 7 objectives, 476. Michael, 13th place with 7 and 451. Steven, 14th place with 7 objectives, 431. Sam, 6 objectives, 375. Brian, 5, 315. Daniel, 4 with 430. Bourbon with 6 objectives, but only 349 in 18th place. Tommy in 19th with 256 and 4 objectives, and Kyle in last place with 3 objectives and 273 MOV. So those are your standings after 3 rounds. Hopefully this will be a lot better. We're going to play bunkers in the objectives. You have to blow up 3 bunkers. Each bunker can be destroyed with BA being dropped off by transports that infiltrate the bunker, and then within the next two turns, you can destroy those bunkers with basically shape charges inside or demolitions. This is a scenario built for speed and for hitting power, but with also making sure that you want to try and use infantry or BA because they're extremely effective. The bunkers face towards the left and right, and towards the owner of the bunkers or opposite owner bunkers objective line. So this way, you cannot shoot bunkers from your own start deployment zone. You have to pass halfway over the map and then basically turn around or turn left and right and destroy bunkers either with direct fire through the openings, which are on a pie window, or you have to infiltrate it with BA or infantry. A lot of tactics in this game are using jump strong omni-mechs with BA and leaping really far and landing around your objectives, dismounting and then covering those objectives with non-infantry cover, because that way you're protecting what you're putting in the hole. Ian pushing his units up with effective cover and partial cover with his units along his left and right objectives. Another tactic.
What's up? Yeah.
Another tactic you'll have is some defenders will actually cover the opening of the bunker and deny entry of the VA. Bob's list really has a lot more speed currently with that Fire Moth, the Hellion, and the two Phantoms.
Come back to her with only one unit.
Ian still has a Fire Moth as well. Shadowcast got a little bit more speed, but the Blackhawk and the Summoner might have to catch up. And number of units, Ian with 6 and Bob with 8 can make a difference too, especially for initiative or for number of bunkers being attacked at the same time. I think if I was a betting man, I'd be putting my money on a lot of faster units with BA support. But they kind of have to survive too. They can get shot down right before they get in the openings. That's right, David. There's a lot of speed on the table here. And that Sizan's a monster too. Our fourth round, this tournament and bunker is brought to you by Aries Games and Miniatures and Fortress Miniatures and Games, providing all the swag besides ours and a lot of price support. I mean, we have people all the way from Florida and Canada here, so if you have people running that far to get to a tournament, something's got to be done right. If we do come down to a tie, I think Ian might have the hand up being 2 PV short of 200, which will give him an advantage if there's a tiebreaker that has to come down to PV used. Yeah, it looks like the fire moths will be facing off on either side of that middle level 2. Good terrain placement as well. They're kind of making 2 corridors of fire there. Plenty of trees to go around, so there is plenty of cover. I see the press being pushed a little bit harder with some of those Sea Fox units. Haven't really seen a whole lot of artillery. That's right, Dave. It would be great to bring artillery because a lot of those fast, thinner units of armor and structure, the mobility element is taken away because artillery doesn't care about speed. Artillery cares about thin armor. Let's get to some of the action. And from a look of the TMM dice at just a glance, definitely a lot of running going on, not a lot of jumping. And as you know, jumping takes away a little bit of your fire capability, adds modifier. One thing I've noticed too in the silhouette of that second Phantom, way on the far side or Bob's right flank, sitting behind that level 2. He may become a problem. Hopefully Ian Summoner will pick him up as soon as he comes across the midline. can't quite tell the dice roll. Looks like maybe Ian took initiative.
I can roll 100 very consistently. Very, very consistently. That is delightful. Show me that. I would like to see that technique. Let me see the technique.
Alright, so I'm shooting.
Looks like the Ian Summoner is poised to deal damage to anybody that might come to his center bunker.
I like the technique. Yeah, let's go. Let's see that.
Now I see Ian has prepared himself well, or Bob did. Depends on they put damage counter dice. Looks like D20s on top of the bunkers, anticipating damage, which may indicate he's looking to do direct fire damage.
Yeah, these things, they idle really, really long. That's the only problem. One of these, depends on what your set. You can't see if there's any spotlight. No, just move this one in here so you can put it a little bit lower. So that's kind of like the lump there. Sure, but I thought for the purpose of these templates, the whole thing was like one. So I put a 2 up here.
Good move. Ian's blocking his right defensive bunker with a Nova, and anticipating something coming towards.
So 95. Left one. I like your roll. No, only that one.
Could either be from the size end, or any of those fast Omnimex. And he only had three BA designated, so if he loses one, he won't be able to infiltrate a third bunker. And Ian with only 2 elemental points, you almost wonder.
I prefer that one.
We've seen games turn tied and actually won by direct fire on 1 or 2 bunkers, especially if they start losing their BA. They basically murder each other.
I should have looked first. It's my fault.
You need to adjust that camera because we can't see that phantom a little bit. It just moved.
What next?
You guys jump around down. I'll say I'm gonna demonetize this. That's all I got.
Since there's nothing on our end, might as well watch the phantom on the opposite. No, the summoner has definitely reacted to that phantom coming around the right flank.
Taking that one. Number 4. Another step.
That's absolutely right, Cole. Not a single industrial mech in these two opponents. We have seen industrial mechs in some other tournaments. Some lists have been all industrial mechs. So there's always hope. Ooh, Ryan Kimball just brought us some cookies. I'm going to eat this.
They don't make them.
Chocolate chip.
Right. Oh, I see them too. Alright, the low bins on that one. 750.
Bob moving his fire moth way up front to Ian's bunker on the right flank. And he should be able to drop off BA if he wants to. That's a little bit close to the summoner for pleasantries, but if the Phantom takes the focus off the Dasher, let's hope that the summoner chooses the easier of the two targets. I don't know. It's a little bold, Cotton. Fire moths are always a little bold. Looks like Bob might be thinking about moving a second unit. Since he has more units, he'll have to offset that. Pushing up his second Phantom. So you might go right up to center. Gotta get some back shots on the correction. Looks like he's going to do direct fire on the center bunker of Ian's. He's a little out of room. He's a little out of position to drop BA on any of the bunkers. But I wonder if he's going to drop BA in that tree line. Ian getting that Shadow Cat in the rear arc of the second Phantom. And trying to cover the Fire Moth as possibly a secondary target over the first Phantom. Ian really taking a delicate situation with his angles, which is important because if you don't have that angle of your front firing arc, you're not going to have that capability. Absolutely, he's checking it. And Ian dumps his battle armor in defense. Battle armor are being counted as active in the initiative. That was discussed earlier. Bob's Hellion pushed up into the tree line on the left flank, looking to cover the Nova, blocking Ian's left bunker. Correction, his right bunker. Looks like the Fire Moth and Sizan are left for movement. Okay. Looks like the Hellion dropped off his BA in the tree line as well. I wonder if the Sizan will be running towards the center bunker and dropping off BA, and I bet that Fire Moth will be trying to counter it. So far, this has been all offensive with Bob, pushing over the midline and then some into Ian's backfield. Ian making appropriate countermeasures, defending his area. Looks like Bob's going to cover his center bunker in defense with a Sizan. Or go around it. Looks like he'll stay put in the tree line, watching his center defense bunker. Ian pushed this Fire Moth behind Bob's Hellion on his own right flank tree line, close to the front right bunker. Rear right bunker.
Because I have to go now. Right, yeah. So what do you got left now? And I got 4.
And dumping his BA in help with the Fire Moth.
I am close to armor.
This is going to be some murder out here. Light, medium, and heavy mechs. One vehicle and a bunch of BA. As far as we know, Wolfnet is still planning a go for LVO in conjunction with Catalyst.
Usually the way I play it, the way I would like to see it done, is when that happens, you get single latch on.
All right, let's see what we can find on the attack page.
I usually move over. I don't understand. You're always
Sorry. Forgot about the dice box. Are we supposed to use the dice box?
You can. We'd prefer it. Dave, are you pacing in your house? I hope you don't wear a mark in your carpet.
That's what I want. But I know that example. Zero star. When we go. Zero star.
It's 1-1. What's the game country? I can say
So, like, if you're gonna say they're gonna deploy as their initiative, and you can only deploy it. That's an abstract rule book.
Oh, Bob's using his tiny dice. That's awesome.
Because you have to give them how many feet.
There's an 11.
Say I'm a mercenary and communicate about Nolan gets you always kind of play that's what's in my head. 48 minutes left in the round. 4-8. Does everybody know that you declare non-infantry cover during the end phase? Okay.
This guy's medium range.
Now, once the fire's you don't get the +1 to fire out when you receive covering in. This guy is 2 for 4. No, 3. Shoot there.
11.
1.
Oh no, they get no problem. You did your job.
That's all I got.
Did my best shot at the
Okay.
So 4 dice at the
9 for me. Right? +1 for me.
crit and 1 at the
Minus 1 team. I did not do that. They jump. Oh, skill 2. He's got both these guys here. That's number 7, right? Number 7. Now. 2.
Well, your question was, if BA is counted in the initiative when carried, how are you tackling the movement? Does a mech carrying the BA count as 2, or is the BA a separate sync? Usually the BA will either do one of 2 things. It'll either mount or it'll dismount during the transport's turn. So basically, if the BA mounts, that counts as 1 initiative sync. And then that transport will probably move. That's the second part of it. Or the transport or mech moves, then the BA dismounts. But you can't do both. You can't mount and dismount in the same turn. We've tried that in the past, and it is definitely broken. It's too much to deal with. It's too fast. It's too effective. It's too overpowering. And then at the end phase, you can declare your non-infantry cover, which is really nice. But it does kind of hinder and benefit for defense and offense. Looks like Bob lost a Hellion, a Fire Moth, and a few BA and infantry unless they remounted. But but they should only be able to dismount. So I'm assuming they've been killed.
Does that give you a flavor?
Well, if you're looking to run it there, have you downloaded the Alpha Strike 350 Wolfnet rules? I think a lot of people start asking questions when they haven't fully read anything or tried to test run it. So I would recommend downloading the rule set, giving it a try, testing it, and that would answer probably 95% of your questions. You could even do it now while you're watching the game. You can download it on your PDA, phone, computer. What's up, Zona?
I got 3 objectives and 97, and he got 4 and 16.
Well, did you have fun though?
No.
Absolutely not. Wow. You didn't have fun playing at all. It's terrifying.
Not terrifying, it was just annoying. Because every single time he was like, I'm going to do this, and then he'd be like, oh, it's this, this, this. And at the last round, he had 9 points on the board, and he's like, 11, 5, 6. And I was like, it's gone. And then they just kept going, and I was like, it's already gone. At this point, he's
Who are you playing?
Chris. The only reason why I lost is because I kept messing up my places.
Yeah, some matches can be a little discouraging.
And plus, I rolled the first 2 rounds. I rolled nothing higher than 4.
Oof. RNG. Yeah, a lot of people have been having trouble with that.
But
It comes and goes.
I still have 8 plus 6 is
14.
I have 14 objective points.
Hey, good job. You still get some MOV out of it, don't you?
I got more than him. I got 97.
Oh,
He got 16. He only pulled the battle armor.
nice, nice. Well, still help you in the standings. Better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
You can always look on the bright side, right?
Yeah. Who's winning?
Right now, I believe Bob is losing a few more pieces.
Because I think I play the losers
We'll see.
for the system thing.
I think Ian's playing very defensively. He's letting Bob spin his wheels and rush in. Plus, Ian has a few more heavier units. It's going to be kind of decisive.
Okay.
But still, they're moving fast. They're dropping BA. They're doing a good job. It just depends if you can fake people out. It depends if you can get them to move out the way, or if you can draw them out. This is really a cat and mouse game about making sure that you can get your units in your objectives, but if they're in the way, you're going to have to face them. And if you're light, sometimes all the speed in the world can't help you.
Who's that? I don't know who that is. Okay. Thank you. Made me feel a little bit better.
Well, good. I hope you feel better.
I mean,
Have a cookie, man.
Technically, I didn't lose, in my opinion. I still got more MOV. The only thing is I got 1 less objective point, but in the standings, I have way more already than him.
Hopefully it won't bring you down any.
I don't think it would.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I might get down to 2nd or 3rd place.
Yep. Keep your chin up, kid. Sometimes some positive reinforcement is just what the doctor ordered, especially if you know, if your own self-esteem kind of draws down with what you think is a loss. Sometimes you just need to be reinforced and say, hey, have fun, did a good job. Bob pressing the attack with his Phantom, dropping off BA in that center bunker. Ian pushing his Dasher over into Bob's left bunker. It's nice to see. It's nice to see Ian pushing his offensive out there. There are a lot of times where if you just sit and wait and watch what your opponent is going to do, and hopefully you can anticipate and preemptively stop their charge of attacking your objectives. Sometimes you can get there. Sometimes you can beat them to it. But other times, sometimes the dice don't roll that way, and you get hammed.
Yeah.
Some are going to take a back shot on the Phantom.
There's too much to shoot back.
There, you move that Shadow Cat in there too. Doubling up. It's a conga line build before it gets in the bunker. If that BA drops in that bunker slot at the end of the turn, the BA go inside, and then you can't stop it. So it's vital that you kill the BA or the infantry while they're in that slot before they go inside.
The only way that guy can get away.
So I'm going to move my heavy infantry in 4. So 1, 2.
That was the heavyweight fight. Anybody else play too? Is it just your relatives who?
All right. Wolfnet is going to shoot in there.
Shoot, roll away.
So,
Alright, I got 6 inches from the Phantom there, but so the Phantom is going to fire at the door. I don't think I need to roll even. I'm looking for 4.
yeah.
You need to roll anything but 2 damage, and I think it needs auto miss, right? No auto miss in Battletech as far as I know. So I think it turns into 4 damage? Yeah.
Starfall is also going to fire in there.
The Phantom has no other targets, so he's also going to fire at the door. I need 3.
You got 3 and 3 left. No, you got 4 left. Yeah. You get 4. You're not double against them.
Shadowcat's not going to touch the Phantom.
And oh, sorry, no, I got this.
You got lucky.
Damn, these are some good cookies.
I am not believing them necessarily.
You wouldn't have declared.
Alright.
There's nobody who would have gotten cut.
Looking for 7 is really so roll it.
One.
Rolling crit. Oh my god.
8. Weapon 6.
31 minutes.
Seven. Let's see it here then. Oh, he was 6. Oh, okay. Okay, we got 2 hits and a crit. Alright. 7 points of damage on the bunkers, and I took out the
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I'm going to do 4 here. Alright. I don't use yellow dice for anything.
Thor shooting at the
right. That's 2 fires from 12.
No, you're 2. Never mind.
One, two. I was gonna say you hit all 3. I was gonna be like 2.
Oh, I just caught him without.
Stop dropping your dice,
Right?
Daniel.
7, 8, 9 for the battle.
Use the show.
I need to kill him.
You can also do the battle armor on these just to think about it.
The battle armor.
Alright, looking for 7, 8. Not gonna really matter. They gotta get their jumping legs back after dropping on Mexico.
Oh, he had stealth. That's right. I didn't see this. Right. 2. Okay, you got 2 shots.
Okay.
So Verona is the primary. Kill him. The other one, 4, 8. Because you're secondary artillery. One.
Sure was. Looks like because Wolfnet had, you're going to get left.
Something new.
Usually how most of the game's gonna be.
I mean, you have to be left for death. My guy just got another. I'm one initiative. I have no kind of watch you move your deck.
Because, I mean, you're almost
Yeah, because these two are second and third. Does he have the objective?
Right now? No.
If they have
Is it on 4?
What?
Is it on 4?
Looks like what? On 4.
Nobody can see him, right? Alright, I'll just leave one.
Alright, switching back to movement.
Really rough. The third really rough game with the Shermans in the game.
remember, it's -2 is good.
What's that?
Since when was Aaron playing?
When Steve had to be absent for something that come up, Aaron is filling in. 26 minutes in the round. Right the second after.
Look how close those are to
Bob Sizan shifted over to Ian's left bunker. Ooh. Ian dropping BA. Right into Bob's right bunker. That's going to be a tough one to kill. I totally hear you, Phil. But, you know, some viewers, they want to see the dice rolls. Other viewers, they want to see the high view. Other viewers, they want to see it from the side. So we've been trying to add, what, 4 cameras now? Well, basically 4 cameras crashed the laptop, so we're basically stuck with just 3, and it is pretty good. So we kind of try and fit everybody's flavors and everybody's requests and everybody's I wants. So yeah, I kind of like the above view because then the terrain doesn't hide any of the pieces. Because that could be a big problem when all of a sudden, like, where'd that come from? What's up, Chris?
Holy moly.
Want to talk about your match?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
No.
No?
I'm still trying to get my heart to.
Oh, you get a little excited?
Oh my god. That
Good.
Was such a. I mean, that was a brawl.
Nail biter?
We both know what we're doing, know how to go after bunkers. And,
Tough match, huh?
well, I mean, this is an irrelevant detail, but I've never lost to her. In 3 games, I beat her twice in bunkers. She was ready for bunkers, and she parked one of her hovers in her own bunker,
Right.
and I boxed it in there, and that's what caused her to lose the game.
Yep, absolutely. We've run across that scenario before where you block your own bunker, but then someone puts a few units around you and you can't move through enemy space unless you have jump jets.
She's got 2 hovers in that dasher and then an adder to play goalkeeper.
23 minutes.
23 minutes.
I mean, those hovers, I don't know how fast they can go and how much terrain get in the way. She might be able to get in the 2 far
Oh,
bunkers.
the
in 2
tiers?
turns.
The
Yeah.
tiers do 18.
Can they get to the far bunkers in 2 turns?
Only, you kind of have to sprint, but then you can't jump, or you can't dump. But if it's
She could sprint the first turn and then get in the second turn.
Right, you have to transition. You can't just like sprint everyone because then you lose your dropping BA action, or you're firing, or
fire moth that moves, I think 30 or whatever it is.
The P.
I don't know if I should have won that. I don't. Since the jump strong reduction, I'm not as dialed into that scenario as I used to be.
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun with that scenario. Maybe you need a little bit more practice.
It's funny though. I bring 2 flatbed trucks with 2 medic infantry. It's 4 points
yeah,
of units.
super cheap, super.
And you sprint them 15.
Yep.
And I was those units didn't do anything, but that's the unit that blocked her in. So it didn't do anything, but that's the unit that won me the game.
It caused her inactivity.
Right.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Just need a little speed bump, right?
Yeah, and then I had that Hero Falcon A that jumps 20. You know, it was 1-2 in the bunker.
That's crazy far.
I had a Hellion, I think it's P. It's got the supercharger, so 22. The
Absolutely.
Hero Falcon D that goes 16, and then that Hunchback C which goes 12.
And it kills people with 6 damage.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's 3 skill.
You dropped it to 3.
It's
nice.
3 skill and it's 50 points. So I build in
it's not too expensive.
I build in 50-point pieces, so I'm like 42. That's my max number.
Yep.
I mean,
Look at the pile of mechs that are converging on Ian's left bunker. There's like 1, 2, 3. There's 4 units there. No bunkers have blown up yet. Some have taken damage. I see Bob's bunker on the left. That's taken at least 4 damage. But all it takes is one unmolested insurgent in induction of those buildings.
And I pinned. She took this bunker, and I put my hunchback in there, so it killed the infantry. I mean, I took 3
When it
damage.
blew up? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she took the bunker, but I took the infantry out, so she could
Yep.
pick it up.
Couldn't use it other places.
And I don't
Absolutely.
know if when she popped this bunker, I don't know if she would have been able to get it into that one fast enough. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, there was a hill here. I mean, I don't know if she could get into it.
Maybe.
I mean, crazy.
That's why you see a lot of these opponents.
Well,
They stick that larger terrain piece in the middle of those 3 bunkers because it deters you from putting something big there to defend all 3 or to move across that area to get to the other ones so fast.
as terrain progressed, I plopped the swamp right in the middle, so I knew when I was sitting in here, I could shoot across the field without
Those
trees.
areas of denial.
Yeah,
You bet.
Especially if there's a level 1 hill here, you can't see in the bunker.
Well, looks like those infantry went inside the bunker. That's a symbol that that Ian's went in there. So we still have to wait till they blow up.
I have a feeling I'm going to be playing whoever wins this match.
But those BA inside, they can't be hurt anymore. Well, they can be hurt if you block the door for them to leave, but you can't stop the bunker from exploding. Like you said, block that door so the infantry can't get back out. You might take damage, but you prevent that unit from existing anymore. Yep.
We're both focusing on bunkers. She did kill the hunchback, but she killed the hunchback in the last turn of the game when we delivered 22 points of damage to a bunker and it only had 9 left.
Right. Because what's the count on M 30?
15,
15.
20. 20, and it's every 15 you get a point.
Right. 20 damage total on the bunkers if you do direct fire. But you get objective points for every 15 damage. Chris Hesby, folks. He's a good cat. And he's at the top of his game today. He may sneak into second or first. Sounds like he just defeated Cyclone in the recent game this round 4. Oh, Bob pulling that Phantom back out the tree line. Any bunkers blow up yet?
I'm about to the end of this turn.
You're about to, huh?
About to. About to.
About to.
Hands on the Wolfnet. My truck should have a 2. Well, you got the own rope.
So just like when your unit has the ability to stay stationary and cause a initiative sink, your BA could ride those mechs or transports and be considered still riding as an initiative sink, just like as if they were staying stationary on the transport. Interesting to see those 2 fire moths back to back, or conga line. They'll probably be doing direct fire onto Ian's right bunker. Looks like it's the end of the movement.
Thank you. All right. 3 damages tonight.
Can you see in the 3D door? Center of the door.
Okay, that's fine.
Mine comes off too.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about 3D. You can see if you're going to hit that door with the laser. With the regular paper template, you can also see it. Just use that really nice laser light line. Adding more damage to Ian's right bunker. Damage to Ian's left bunker.
Unless it's a line of fire from a line of firing units.
Ian's BA removing themselves from Bob's right bunker. That bunker basically explodes.
Don't use that to direct fire. But it has to be in the way.
So that bunker should be down. We'll start updating the score.
Did bunker blow up? Ian, did you get one? What's up? One blew up?
One blew up. Yeah, one blew up.
Do we remove it, by the way? Yeah.
Not yet. You want to talk?
That's one left.
10 minutes.
Yep, Bob seals one blown up building for the right. Back to movement phase. So it's 0-1. Although we should take a look at the damage on those bunkers on the other side. That goes to Ian. 1-0.
I'm struggling, man. I'm leaving 6 right tomorrow.
Well, at least you can sleep in the vehicle.
I probably won't. That's why I'm thinking about sleeping on. Plus, I think Tyson might be driving Friday with us because he's going to jack up the others.
Oh, cool. Yep.
Because Tom and Daniel can both drive. He's going home with them, and then me and my dad, we're going to go together. So when my dad gets tired, he can take off, he can go home.
Right on.
So I need to be ready to do
We'll do it during
I shouldn't have said anything.
Did you imply an action? Did you coax him into an action?
I coached him into stopping me from killing.
Oh no.
So you can't see me there. That's all.
Yep, sometimes you can't hit to. Sometimes you can't hint to your opponent unless you want them to learn and you're teaching. That's very nice as an opponent, though.
That's what I'm basing it off. I am right with that, right? Inside the bunker.
The inside the bunker template is considered level terrain, even though the terrain definitely doesn't show that it's
The bunker's a level 1.
Yeah, because like the Shiro, this and this don't work. So the Shiro and the Rokumakuri came out. So if I, because I also have down, because I don't have my head down. I have the Hashimoto Suna. And then I also have the Shiro.
Ian focus on Bob's left bunker with a Shadow Cat and Fire Moth. Looks like it's got 11 damage already.
If you can't shoot me from here, I can't shoot me from here. Okay, so this is where you right. So you see how this is? Like,
It's really confusing with the red guy going after the red guy. I know you're looking for.
but I don't think it matters because it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which I just got it for 20, so that'll work. Yeah.
because it's
Time.
no, but he's not seeing how
6.5 minutes.
but the bunker is also somehow goes up high and you can't see past it.
That's the so my
Are we shooting? So if I was sitting here, I could see the shape.
Skill.
And you see no, but I can see
in a regular game you wouldn't be able to shoot them unless you which is what
I should have shot. I should have shot over here. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I know why I didn't because I would have got that.
that's not what you do. No. Did he get trying to back again?
I don't mind.
Bob's left bunker disappears. That's 2 for Ian.
Still 7?
Yep. Well, I got one move.
All right, so you take.
All right, let's go.
Ian's right bunker disappeared. That's 1 for Bob. Looks like Ian's got infantry in the 3rd bunker as well. I'm sure Bob will be pushing towards Ian's left bunker here pretty soon too, direct fire. He's got 3 units to do it too.
It don't matter because nothing's gonna be shut down. Oh, this guy did well. What the heck?
Go at him again.
We're going for it.
You only need to make just to the bunkers get
Yeah, that makes sense. He gets a 0. I guess that's how I do it. But yeah, he gets the 1 gold for Bella.
I was going to so all of them would have done it. All I would have had left was him.
Okay. Might as well take. This guy's got what's this guy? 2 structure. Okay, I'll try a critical here. So 4. And 10.
1 minute. 1 minute.
That was good.
I don't usually like get like rank 1
Call it good. So 12. He's trying to slide. This guy takes 8. Got that guy, so I will not take him.
They might have changed. I don't know.
We got 20 units. Right.
Time! Finish your round!
That's the end of round 4. They'll be finishing up their turns.
Yeah. No, this is too slow.
We'll see how much damage is on those other bunkers to see if it equates to other objective numbers.
Fire onto the fire model. Am I supposed to collect them? I'm gonna give you the 3 points too. It's really weird now. This is not the first time I've completely fucked up. Do it. Super damage here.
Oh yeah.
That was so easy, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Now we'll have to see how everything pans out. If he can deal enough damage to kill both those bunkers. So I'm seeing a 7 and an 18 on those other two bunkers. That other third bunker has infantry in it. If it can equate to 15 points of damage to a bunker, that can count as another objective point. So that could be, it could equal out. Because during the end phase, BA units are returned to the board in base-to-base contact with the yellow door, or the door portion of the template, and grounded. Infantry units and BA units are allowed to use their normal movement, not sprinting, to clear the bunker door before it's destroyed. So it looks like the third bunker was destroyed. For Ian. We gotta see how Dave or how Bob's numbers come out.
I like the size of those shotguns for the elementals. That's the one thing I did wrong, really, more than anything. I threw too many calculators on how much
All right, that concludes it. End of their round. End of their turn for Bob and Ian. Ian took 4 with completing all the bunkers and blowing them up. Bob took 3 for the points damaged and blown up. Pretty close, awesome game. We'll see how the MOV pans out. Hey, Bob. 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 I see the slip. The slip. The slip. So ending MOV was Ian with 4 objective points, taking the win with 154 points damaged, and Bob with 3 objectives with 152 points destroyed. That's close. 2-point difference, 1 objective difference. That's close. Thank you, sir. Ah.
Do either one of you want to talk the game over? Do either one of you want to talk the game over?
We'll see if Bob and Ian want to talk the game over after the match. Kind of nice hearing their viewpoints on how things went.
All right, we're back. I'm back. Koshi.
Another win.
Koshi with another win. That was close. A little bit of a discussion about that middle bunker with my elementals moving in there. Uh, just discussion back and forth with how high that's supposed to be, because it's a 2D terrain or 3D terrain, but also with it being 2D, an actual template. How are we supposed to play that? So there was a lot of discussion back and forth on that. So that he could have killed my elementals if we would have played it with the full 3D terrain, but we played it like it was how it is with the template. So that kind of is what sealed the deal with those elementals. But yeah, that was close. That was 154 to 152 kill points. So yeah, it was a great game. Um,
So how
I
would you feel about what would you change with that 3D terrain to fix that issue?
I would almost make that be all the way up, so it shows that it's level 1. Because if we're playing level 1 with infantry, you're supposed to be able to hide behind it. So instead of coming down, unless you want to play it like the ankle doors are not level 1, and just
You mean the concrete wall?
yeah, the
shrouds?
concrete wall shrouds aren't level 1.
Because those aren't doors. Those are
Yeah,
that's like part of the bunker support.
right.
Up.
Because
We
you,
had that discussion too. Like, how would players like to see that change?
I don't mind either way. I think if we're gonna play with 3D terrain, I think it'd be better to have it as those are level 0 basically. Those hangers coming out, and then that we wouldn't have this kind of a problem.
So when you look at that 3D piece of terrain,
It doesn't look like it would be like that, but if you play with the 2D piece of terrain, you would see that, oh, that line comes out, so that's a level 1 there, so that we should be able to block line of sight unless you're in that back arc, if you're
so
an
you would
infantry in it.
actually go with the 2D piece of template.
Well,
instead of the
if
3D terrain?
we were, because everybody else is playing with 2D,
Yeah.
so that's kind of the way I was figuring it in my brain
Right.
whenever I was talking to him as well. So we
But
came to that
they
agreement.
have 3D pieces out there.
They do?
They all have 3D pieces out there. And those were brought to you by
Ares Game and Miniatures?
no,
No?
David Alsinger,
Oh.
Gold Bishop.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So we had 3D
Okay.
3D
But you
pieces
see
out
on
there.
theirs too, theirs is a level 1 it looks like compared to these ones. So that one,
The opening is 0,
yep,
and then it goes straight up.
straight up for a level 1. So these terrain pieces just probably need to have, instead of being angled, they need to be up.
So it could be that difference of who's using which kind of bunker terrain and who designed it and what does the design look like.
Right, and
a huge
that is a huge factor. So I don't know.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah, it's like I don't know whichever the right answer. I like both. I don't know. It was a great game though.
That's why we love getting that feedback. What
Yeah.
do the players want?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it either way. I think I like it actually probably being able to shoot in there, so it's a little bit harder to hide your infantry. At least be able to give them cover, but maybe not allow them to hide in there like that.
Because when you're looking at that pie of the bunker door, you have
Because
basically a fourth or a third of the opening.
right.
because you can get that angle for the pie of about a quarter of it or so.
Yeah.
But you have to get around that 2/3
To be able to shoot in there, and then if you're doing that, then you have a mech that's there or a vehicle that's there, and now you got those infantry with 9 infantry cover. So it makes it a little bit harder to get that.
In those rules, like if you can see the base of the infantry, you can hit the infantry.
Okay.
And when you're using your laser light, you can see if that laser touches them.
Right. I don't think he had enough movement to get past to be able to see that until without going through it until
and that's
he was
one
just.
of those things like you have to have the movement to get there.
Yeah. And that was this one was I had to play back because he was super fast. I think I tricked him into deploying a little bit too quick and
we saw
paid
that
him
as
out.
he kind of pumped the brakes and you wait defensively to see what he was going to spin his wheels and then pop him as he come up.
Yeah, because I mean I had the slower list. I had one mech that could outpace him, but the rest of his stuff was way faster than mine. I think we're about even if you look at especially short range. He might outgun me at short range. I might outgun him slightly at medium, but
he also doesn't have as much armor.
That's true. But yeah, it was. And those elementals, I love them. Those elemental threes are.
Oh, they got
stealth. Oh yeah, they are. That's. I mean, them moving up the field. I mean, you're not going to shoot them because at medium range you need ridiculous numbers, 11s, 12s.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll let you get to it. Yeah, thank you.
We get done roughly 8:30 if we can get after it. Do we want to stay and finish?
All right, we'll finish this up stream and we'll start over here pretty soon. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll hang with us for the rest of the night if you can. Otherwise, have a great evening and pleasant tomorrow.